Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract, Hecklefish Endgame, set in New York and supplied to us today by Paul Anderson, 37. So on to our briefing. 47 has found out via a confidant that Hecklefish and Gertie are no more. 47 is distraught and is taking his grief out on these 5 poor targets: R.I.P. Goldie, Gertie and Heckles. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them along with 3 objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the bank robber. We're going to have an oil canister stored up in the vault loading bay, and we'll be bringing with us a remote micro taser, a lockpick, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to wait for the camera to pan away, make our way around the edge of the loading bay and retrieve our oil canister. We're going to head now for the security office, taking out the camera out of habit before lockpicking our way into the cabinet on the wall. And in here we will find some chloroform. We're going to take the chloroform and add that to the ventilation system. And then we're going to return to the security office and we're going to turn on the air conditioning. This will render the 3 guards in the security room unconscious, and the 4th guard, if we make our way up the stairs here and wait a few seconds, he will enter into the room while the gas is still running, and he will then render himself unconscious, and that will be all of the guards in the area now dealt with. So all we have to do is make our way back down the stairs. Just wait for that guy to drop. We're going to turn off the air conditioning unit, take out the surveillance system. We're going to grab the key card from the guard at the front of the room. We'll take his gun as well and his outfit to add insult to injury. We're then going to make our way through the deposit box area and into the corridor beyond, where we will encounter 2 of our targets. This is where things will get slightly tricky, as one of them is an electrocution elimination. So we're going to drop our taser into the puddle there, and we're going to drop the spare gun on the floor somewhere where the guard will see it. The young lady is the electrocution elimination. So once the guard moves out of the puddle, we can trigger our taser and take care of the young janitor lady. The guard is going to take the gun to the weapons locker in the little storage room here. And when he opens the door, we are going to render him unconscious with our briefcase. We're going to remove our oil canister from the briefcase and pour it on the floor. There we go. We're going to make sure that our target is in the puddle before we retrieve the propane cylinder from the shelving there. Make our way outside the room, select our silenced pistol and reopen the door, because the doors in this game are very rude, and then we're going to set the target alight with a bullet into a carpet that somehow makes a spark. So 2 targets down in quick succession. We're going to take our propane cylinder and head up the stairs, and our next target is just here on the ground floor. We're going to place the cylinder behind him, and then we're going to make our way down some of the stairs, and then once we're a safe distance we can detonate the cylinder, and that's our 3rd target now dealt with. So from here we're going to make our way back past the vault area, avoiding the panicking enforcers, and we're going to retrieve ourselves a 2nd propane cylinder, which is located in the corridor at the top of the vault stairs. So straight past the security room, up the stairs and into the corridor beyond, and just to our right at the very end of the corridor we will find a propane cylinder. We're going to take that cylinder and we're going to run through the manager's area, and this will trigger a conversation between one of the interviewers and the receptionist, and the interviewer is one of our targets. So once that conversation plays out, he is going to make his way into the interview room. We're going to get there ahead of him, and we're going to place our propane cylinder just in the middle of the desk there. And while we're waiting for our target to join us, we're going to go and retrieve the janitor's keys. Now, this gentleman right here, Officer Frank, has one of those keys, but we can't really do anything about him. So we're going to make our way right through the corridor and to the janitor cleaning the floor here. We're going to remove the wet floor sign, and the janitor, with a memory of Hecklefish, will forget that the floor is wet when he returns to collect his mop, and he will render himself unconscious. He will drop the key we require, and with that in hand we can now return to the interview room. And by now our second target, or second to last target, will now be in position in the interview room, and all we have to do is casually walk in, close the doors behind us, and eliminate both of our final targets with the propane cylinder. And that has made quite a mess of the desk. So all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape while everybody runs around like headless chickens in a panic. And we're going to head straight for the janitor's exit, and we will leave New York City. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We met our objectives, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.